Hi, this is Saintjerome of Crypto Experiences bringing you yet another crypto experience. Today is December the 2nd of 2023. Can you believe it's almost 2024? It's been a while since I did a podcast. I'm going to try to do one today. I'd like to do another one in the near future where I unbox a Ballet Wallet and explain how that's used. I've had a special request for that. But for now, I just want to talk generally about how what's happening and what's kind of current kind of news that's out there. So I chose this slide today, like this will work. Hey, folks, we're off and running in the ISO 222 compliant tokens or actually tokens currency. Um, they will have function and they will work. So here's the two big ones. So you've got XRP and you have XLM. XRP, a lot of people call Ripple, but that's the name of Ripple Labs. And also XLM is called Stellar Lumens. Now, I think both of these are going to be a good thing to have in one's bag. Now, none of this is financial advice, but I do a lot of thinking on this and listen to a lot of podcasters. I have a lot of podcaster friends who have some good contacts. And I'm a person who can synthesize things and put things together and come up with some pretty good thinking overall, I think. But again, it's what I do. It's my opinion. So if you like to kind of hear my opinion, then I'll go on with that. So I think XRP is going to be used to settle accounts by financial institutions in the near future. The BRICS nations we've talked about, especially, it started out with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But my gosh, now I think I heard recently it's going to be like 11 at the start of the year. And I'm not sure who those other countries are, but there's been like at least another 100 who have applied to be part of BRICS. So who's getting left out? Well, it's kind of the Western nations are getting left out, and those that are still affiliated with the Western nations. So the BRICS will be backed by gold, and they've been increasing their gold supplies. The SWIFT system is not. It's not backed by anything. It's a bunch of fiat put together. Um, King dollar is slipping. I think King dollar is probably about a prince right now. And we're not sure if King dollar will keep going. So it was backed by gold in the past. And then Nixon took it off the gold standard in the 70s. But then they backed it with our military might and it became the petrodollar. Well, now we made a deal with Saudi Arabia that everything, all oil purchase had to be purchased with dollars. Everybody's scrambling the world to get dollars, which gave us there's a demand for our dollars. So that was one of our biggest export was our dollar. Well, that's not the case now. The Treasury bills are coming back into the country, and the foreign governments are trying to eliminate as much dollars as they can. They're not doing it all at once because that would cause a crazy panic in all markets, right? So they're doing a little bit at a time, but the bonds are coming back home. The biggest purchaser of the bonds are treasury bills is the Federal Reserve, which folks isn't even really part of the government, but they're the ones that set the rates now. Um, hmm. Anyway, so that's going to be big news here as we turn the corner, and I have just some XRP and Stellar. I'm not a big investor. Wish I had more funds to invest, but yeah, I think these would behoove someone to at least dabble in them. Now, a lot of communities, like especially those in the Litecoin community, um, have looked down upon XRP. It's got a bad rap for being a banker coin. Well, in a sense, it is a banker coin. Now, I'm one of those who think that banks will be changing from what they are now, and that we will more or less call them financial institutions. XRP will be to settle transactions between countries quickly, between big entities quickly. I'm hearing XLM will be to settle smaller accounts, the same thing quickly. It'll be interesting what happens in Argentina. Javier Milei was just elected president. At first I thought, oh, okay, this is a libertarian kind of guy. But, as I started hearing people talk today on another podcast, said, this guy wants to get rid of the Argentinian peso. And I think that's a great move. And he wants to go to the dollar. All right. He wants to eliminate the central bank in Argentina, but I'm not sure if he wants to eliminate the Federal Reserve per se. So now what's been working really good in El Salvador is, yes, they've been using the US dollar for quite a long time. They do not have their own currency anymore, but they made Bitcoin legal tender. Now, what I'd like to see is somebody come and make a Litecoin legal tender. I think Litecoin is a better currency than, okay, Maximalist. I know I'm going to hear it. Get ready. Ah! All the Maximalists can do is call Litecoin a S coin, and S coin is poop coin. I don't want to say the swearing word. But yeah, it's a better currency. It's quicker. The blocks are bigger. There's going to be 84 million of them mined, and Bitcoin is going to be 21 million ever mined. Bitcoin is I have to say this: Bitcoin's going to get rare. There's been a several million Bitcoin lost forever before people really started realizing, holy cow. And today I was looking at the price of Bitcoin, and it was over 39,000 anyway. Of course, that's based on fiat dollars. So yeah, so I would push the XRP and Stellar, my opinion only, are going to really jump up in the near future. And I think Litecoin really be a good currency. Now, before I even change screens, maybe look for another screen that would kind of get across what I want to say. This little wallpaper behind me probably says my sentiments pretty much on this. Let's see what it says. It says, soon to be worthless. Yeah, I think it is going to drop like a rock. Now, what do I think? My own opinion. I think we're in a bit of a bull trap right now. And I do believe pretty much everything is going to go up. Gold just shot up to new highs. It was at least 2070, I believe, this last week. Silver was 25, 46, 47. So it was rising too. And then Bitcoin today is, let me get an exact figure on Bitcoin. As of 3:26 p.m. Central Time on December 2nd, 2023, Bitcoin is listed on CoinGecko as $39,527.66. So it's just about to hit the 40,000 mark. Let me go through and kind of read through ones I think are good to kind of look at. We have Ethereum. I'm not heavily into Ethereum. I got some kind of old school Ethereum. I think is kind of losing its function. I mean, everybody was making contracts and making these dreaded altcoins for maximalists on them. But I think, yeah, I think I'm going to get passed up, but not in the short term. It's going to have some value. Stable coins, man, what stable coin do we get? Well, Binance just took a big hit this last week when their CEO had to like step down from being the main guy up front anyway. So although I have my reservations about this, I'm kind of favoring USDT as a stable coin for now. It has some issues, like exactly how is USDT backed up? And you know what? That's true on all the stable coins. How exactly are they backed up? XRP as of this moment is almost 62 cents. It's 61.9. The stable coins are holding stable. Doge, I think it's kind of fun to play around with. That is up recently. It's about 8.6 cents or so. What else we have today? The ones I like. Excuse me just a second. Well, we have Litecoin, of course, and it is up a little bit, 72.47. Litecoin doesn't seem like it wants to take off. I mean, it just will hover up to 75, maybe hit that 90 barrier, then whoop, right down to low 60s, and here it comes again. I think that'll stop one day, just like it'll stop with silver and gold. I think, in a sense, um, Litecoin is silver and Bitcoin is gold, where Litecoin's a little bit easier functional to use in everyday transactions, and Bitcoin's a good store of gold. I mean, Bitcoin's a good store of value. Silver and gold, kind of same thing. Silver better for small transactions. Gold good to store your currency in too, right? And then what else we have here? I've got a lot of other coins I'm kind of skipping over. Like I have some Shiba Inu, but I just did that to be funny. It has gone up a little bit since I got it. XLM is going to be and XRP are going to be compared to that silver and gold also, where XLM is the silver and XRP is the gold. So it looks like, not financial advice, but I think it would behoove one, isn't that a cool word? It would behoove one to have crypto. It behoove one to have precious metals. and I think it behooves one to have some cash. Now, the last bill printed in cash was in 2017. If you look on the U.S. debt clock, the amount of currency is dropping like a rock. So currency is going away. They're trying to take it off now, and the shape of the bills is just terrible. I mean, they're all wrinkled up and snotty looking and stuff. I am amazed that they go through the machine still, but they do. But if we have a big, say on a Friday, we go in all smiley face and okay, good weekend, and then everything crashes on Monday. It's like, uh-oh. You want to not be that panic person running to the bank and trying to get some cash out of the ATM when electronic stuff's going down, because you're not going to get much at that point. Now, not financial advice, and you probably don't want to be holding hordes and hordes and hordes of cash at home, but I'd say you probably want enough to get through a couple of weeks till things were to right itself somewhat. So, and what do we come out of when we come out of that and the fiat crashes? Probably crypto is going to serve a use case after that, and precious metals definitely will too. So it'll be interesting what's going on. I also have just a little bit of money. When I say a little bit, we're talking like 100, 150 in a couple of the other ISO 222 compliant coins. It's worth a little gamble on that. Theta is one I like. It's at $1.10 now. It was up to $16 at one time. Sorry, Snippy, I didn't do what you did, and I wish I'd taken advice. I go to Snippy, the broadcaster, Joe, and I'm on his Patreon. It's been worth every penny to me. He has some good advice, and he gives these kind of heads up warning when things are kind of not going well in certain things. So and he's helped me when I had a couple of questions too. So I get nothing from you signing up with Joe, but I would highly recommend him as an advisor. So his top tier is $40 a month. For me, it's been worth it for $40 a month. And he'll answer simple questions too on lower tiers, but he's really good about giving me help on upper tier. And he'll come across in different areas as the people he knows. It's pretty good advice. T Fuel really jumped up the other day. I saw it went up like 20% in one day. And now, how do you get T Fuel, folks? Well, you stake Theta, and by verifying the Theta chain and letting them use your Theta, you get rewarded in Theta Fuel. So the main engine of the Theta blockchain is Theta, of course, and then you have Theta Fuel. Then they also added T Drop, so it's like Theta Drop, and those are kind of used up in the as rewards in the NFT community, and Theta has its own NFT line. T Drop right now is about a tenth of a penny. When I picked up a whole bunch of T Drop, it's not worth a lot of money, but I picked a whole bunch of T Drop when they were bringing that in, and they had all sorts of, if you stake this, you get this. So it worked out pretty well. And then here's a dark horse is like, yeah, it did me well, but now it's a dog, and that's Divi. I got in Divi. It sounded good. You're able to run your own node. You had to have 100,000 Divi at that time. Now, 100,000 Divi at that time, it was a penny, would have been $1,000. So it shot up to 16 cents at one time. I went, yowzer. And I only sold off my extra, which was stupid. So I made about $1,500 or so, which paid for all my investment and paid for the new computer I had to have. But that's pretty much where I'm at now. So I was able to recoup my funds, but now Divi is way down there, and it's like 2/10 of a penny. Yeah. So 100,000 Divi is not looking so good now. So it's a couple $100. So I guess the good news is you don't need very much to invest in Divi and have your own note if it's down at that point. So maybe you could do that. I did have a lot of trouble with Divi trying to get the nodes to go, but I was always able to get them up and going again. You gotta be careful. A lot of scammers out there say, "Well, I'll help you," and they're not the real guys at all. I'm on Bitcoin Ben's Patreon, and he has helped me quite a bit in the past on several things. So when I had some Divi issues, he would kind of point me in the right direction, make sure I had the right addresses. I like to do that is pick those. Another kind of dog coin I still got a few of, but yeah, it fell like a rock. Good idea. Salt. With Salt, it was a token you used to in order to borrow on your crypto. Sounds good, right? So I need $10,000 to borrow, but I don't want to sell my crypto worth $10,000. But I got 10,000 Bitcoin that I could put up for collateral. So with Salt, you could put up the $10,000 with collateral, and as long as you kept making your loan payments, you could pay that back, and they would not sell your whatever you invested, Bitcoin or Litecoin, whatever it is you put up. And there wasn't very many. I think maybe Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, maybe more now. I think Salt's still going. I haven't even checked because I have so little on there now. It's not worth hardly anything, like $1, you know. So I haven't even looked at it in a long time. At one time, I think the token got up to $12, but now it's down around 4 cents. So, yeah, it was a good concept. I just don't know how it has come off. And then, I've talked about my dog coin a lot, but Dow, man, that thing is a dog. I thought it would be more of a stable coin. It's stably going down, I guess, like that. So, anyway, so what's the cryptos that I kind of go for? I think Bitcoin still very good to have. It's a good store of value. Litecoin for currency, it's good. You can go with Ethereum. I'm not a big fan of Ethereum anymore. I like Theta. Theta is going to reroute the internet, and then of course it's compadres Theta Fuel and Theta Drop. Um, I like Bitcoin Cash still a little bit. I think it's still got some function. And then all the ISO 222 tokens, especially XRP and XLM. I think a lot of tokens, when we have the big crash coming up, are going to go away. So you might want to think about that. Well, I think I'm going to be ending this video here in just a couple of minutes. I want to get one out, let you know I'm still going. I'll try to get another one out in the very near future. Had a lot of family things going on. So this is a meetup we had in St. Louis about 3 years ago. It was Vic Swear and Bitcoin Ben, and I'm the big tall guy, kind of in the middle. I'm a lot lighter than that now. I went on Amy Ware's cleanse diet at that point, so I dropped a little weight right then, but I've dropped a lot more weight lately, which is a good thing. It says you can't rely on the bankers. So what do I do, Saintjerome? What do I do? Well, if you listen to Bix Weir, you can get all the silver you possibly can and Theta, right? If you listen to Cliff High, you get a lot of Bitcoin, and you might want to like buck up on some supplies. If you listen to Litecoin Lisa, you probably want to get yourself some Veritasium. Stay away from those ISO 222 tokens. They seem to be dangerous. And stay away from Doge because Doge might scare you. If you listen to Bixweir, then you probably be sure you want to get some Litecoin. I heard him talking about getting some Redcoin for fun, because you can just still hash them out on your computer, and maybe a little gold, a little silver. And then if you listen to Paulie P, the man, you dive into a bunch of little stuff. So him and I both follow Snippy Joe Snips quite a bit. So if you listen to Joe Snips, the latest thing was ride up Bitcoin to 38,000, going to a stable coin, and then wait for XRP to come down to about 22 cents. Now, is that going to happen? Well, there's a good chance. It did. The Bitcoin did go when he had that piece of suggestion out there. It did go from about 18,000 to 38,000. So that part first came, and then sitting on a stable coin. And will XRP fall to 22? Well, I think like I said, I think we're in a bull trap right now, and I think we're going to come. Everything is coming crashing down, big time. But my opinion only, then I believe we're going to have a meteoric rise. So if you can weather the crash, and how do you weather the crash? Maybe you move stuff into precious metals. Maybe you move into a stable coin. Maybe you get a supply of cash. Maybe those are ways to weather it, or you just hodl. I'm a hodler for the most part, so I don't worry about it when it comes down. I hold on for dear life. Nothing that I've ever invested in crypto. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. I just told you some losers. But the main coins I invested in, they did fine, and they're doing fine. And I think if you stay with the main ones, you will be okay. And let's see, any other crypto advice out there? I like to listen to the guys that were crypto viewing, and I wish them luck. They are now the future forecasting group, but they just got too pricey for me. I was paying $10 a month to listen to them, but and when they shot up what I did to like $50 a month, and I just can't afford that. So anyway, if you have any questions, please put them in a comment below. I have a 440 subscriber contest. I'm trying to beat a certain website. If I beat it, I will tell you why I'm doing that, and I will send 10,000. No, is it 10,000 Satoshis? Yeah, 10,000 Satoshis to whoever wins. If you're in the continental United States, I will mail it to you in a Ballet gift card. If you're overseas, shoot me your public address. You can just do that in the comments even, and I will shoot you the 10,000 Satoshis. So what's that now? Wow, that's about $4 now. Gone up quite a bit. Let me put a $50 limit on that USD. Yeah, so it's going to pop out at $50 in case Bitcoin just goes ballistic. We'll pop it out at $50 anyway. But I would go up to 50 on that. And then a $500 subscriber, same thing. It'll be at least 10,000 Satoshis, and I will probably sweeten the pot. May even send something physical. If you are the first one to comment when I get 500 subscribers, and that's how you win. The first one comments that I hit 440, or the first one comments after I hit 500, then you'll receive that. Now I've got a lot of discounts down below that are come in handy. Ballet is a good cold storage wallet. It can't be hacked. If you lose it though, you lose your funds. So don't lose that wallet. Caleb and Brown are excellent brokers, and you get your own personal broker if you use them and you go through the regular route. Now Mel Carmine pushes XRP, and he says that you can use my broker if you're going to invest $10,000. Well, folks, you can use my broker if you invest $2,000. I can beat him by $8,000, and you'll get your own personal broker, and that discount will be down below. And Caleb and Brown, and they are great to work with. So I got hacked email about almost 2 years ago, and they stopped any shenanigans right away. Now I had to jump through a bunch of hoops to prove who I was again, but that was okay. I didn't lose any money, and I really appreciate it. So, well, thanks for watching this video. It's a short little one, kind of just more our opinion on what's going on right now. The world is crazy, as you may have noticed. We got wars and rumors of wars. Now, I've never heard that from before. Some guy named Matthew said something about it before. So, anyway, take care, and I'll see you pretty soon with another podcast. Goodbye.